every time Dominicans and Puerto Rican play, always going to get competitive. Even though it's like an all-star game, once the game start, we both want to win. So obviously there's a lot of camaraderie. We got, there's some good friends that they're on the other side. But once the game start, we're gonna try to win. I'm excited. It's gonna be my first opportunity as a manager, and they give me a nice staff. So in case I screw up, I got somebody that helped me out.
Yeah, tell us about your friend is going to assist you.
Yeah, Carlos Beltrán. I will have the honor to have Beltrán as a bench coach in the same dugout. So I think it will be a nice opportunity that we can share together. We have so many memories over there in New York. So this is another one for the book.
Jay Horwitz with the latest edition of Amazing Conversation with my good friend, Mr. Carlos Delgado. Carlos, thank you for joining me today.
My pleasure.
November 15th, you're going to be the first base dugout at Shea as the honorary manager of the Puerto Rican All-Stars. Gets a team from the Dominican in the DR versus PR showdown. One of the highlights of the game is Robinson Cano, former All-Star, played with the Yankees and the Mets, will be played his last professional game on American soil. To get a call 718-507-TIX or Mets.com/DRPR or LosMets.com/DRPR. What kind of a game should the people expect in New York, Carlos, on November 15th? We described it's not really just a game, right? There's a lot of music and extra stuff going on when these two guys meet.
Yeah. Well, first of all, Jay, thanks for the opportunity. It's nice to be on, and it's nice to say hi to all the Mets fans out there. So best wishes. This is gonna be interesting. It's gonna be the two winter leagues, Dominican and Puerto Rico. Every time Dominicans and Puerto Rican play, always gonna get competitive. Even though it's like an all-star game, once the game start, we both want to win. So obviously there's a lot of camaraderie. We got, there's some good friends that they're on the other side. But once the game start, we're gonna try to win. As of right now, because of the Winter League and all the permits and approvals and all that, we don't know exactly who's gonna be in a roster. We're just gonna try to field the best roster possible. But it will be exciting to get out there on Citi Field and play against our Dominican counterparts. So I'm excited. It's gonna be my first opportunity as a manager. And they give me a nice staff. So in case I screw up, I got somebody that helped me out.
Yeah, tell us about your friend is going to assist you.
Yeah, Carlos Beltrán. I will have the honor to have Beltrán as a bench coach in the same dugout. So I think it will be a nice opportunity that we can share together. We have so many memories over there in New York. So this is another one for the book.
But Carlos, tell people what to expect. Like, they haven't seen a game. Like, they played, DR and PR played before, but this is a neutral site. They played in Dominican, they played in Puerto Rico before. Watching a game in Puerto Rico or Dominican, what is it like? It's not a normal game, right?
Well, it's not a big league game. Probably we're not going to have the same names that you'll see obviously in a.
But I mean the music. I mean the side stuff. I mean,
I think that in New York there's such a big Puerto Rican and Dominican population that we look forward to a big crowd. We look forward to a lot of music. We look forward to a lot of energy. So it's exciting. Like I said, we have baseball in our blood. Puerto Rico and Dominican, we have a nice friendly rivalry when it comes to baseball, and it gives us bragging rights. So it's gonna be a good show. There's gonna be competitive guys going out there trying to win in a great atmosphere. So I'll invite people to come out and hang out and have it's a cultural experience more than anything. You know what I'm saying? It will, for the people that experience winter ball in the Caribbean, it will be like that, but in New York.
Yeah, I know. We plan to have. I think it's going to be a block party before the game with music. So it's just not going to be. It's not going to be a game. It'll be a whole day full of activities for the people to come. So it should be a pretty interesting afternoon.
Yeah. It will be exciting. I mean, us Latinos, we just can't play one game. We gotta have our equivalent of the American tailgate party. So there's gonna be music. There's gonna be some food, and obviously the game itself. But I think it's gonna be a great family event.
How do you prepare for a game like this? You
strap it on and go.
You strap it on and go, right? Look.
Pretty much. I mean, considering the not the challenges, but we won't really know the full roster until a couple days before. Just because some guys come to the Winter League, but they don't play since the beginning. We want to make sure that everybody has the right authorization and permits to go out there. Obviously, we have to figure out by then the regular season already started in Puerto Rico and in the Dominican Republic. So we'll see who pitched the night before or 2 days before that. So that person probably will not be available. But you know what? At the end of the day, like I said earlier, we were going to try to have the best roster possible, and it's gonna be competitive, and we're passionate about it. So it's gonna be a fun event. At the end of the day, it's a great opportunity to interact with the fans, get connected with the Latino community in New York, and obviously and non-Latino are more than welcome as well to watch some good baseball.
Yeah, because it said it's the first time as a manager. Now, thoughts for the future? I mean, it could be down the road, maybe?
Yeah, in this game, you never say never. This is a great opportunity to present itself. I'm just going to go out there and have fun and see how it is.
You really dedicated your whole life to Puerto Rico. In 2006, you won the Clemente Award for your charity Extra Bases. You still continue to support the island, going around when storms hit. You're there for everybody. You know who I like you to call? I don't know if your hometown. I pronounce it for. I'm going to louse it up.
Aguadilla. My hometown is Aguadilla on the west side of the island. Yes, sir.
Are you still living there?
No. My parents still live there. We still go there often just to see them. I live in Dorado now, probably about an hour and a half away from Aguadilla, about half an hour from San Juan. So, but Aguadilla is still my town, and we go there and visit the family, hang out.
You know who I liken you to? A player who played the '69 Mets, Cleon Jones.
Yes.
After we won the World Series in '69, he could have went to New York, made tons of money. He went back to his hometown in Mobile, and he's rebuilt a suburb Africa town. I like what you've done to all the towns in Puerto Rico, helping the educational school, the school system. I mean, it means a lot to you to represent Puerto Rico, either on a baseball field or on a non-baseball field, right?
Yeah, it certainly does, Jay. I'm a kid that came out from a small town. I wasn't even the best baseball player in my house. So having the opportunity to reach that level and receive the support that I got from other people in Puerto Rico throughout my career, it is nice and very satisfying to give me the opportunity to pay it forward, to help our community. At the end of the day, all we want is a better Puerto Rico. And if we can impact the life of others through charity or volunteer work or create awareness, I mean, I'm all for it. And this has been a nice ride. The last 25 years, it's been a learning process. It's been an interesting experience. We met unbelievable people. And you know what? We were able to help. But most importantly, a lot of people help us. There's people out there with a great story, with a great passion, always fighting to get better. You just remind us that, you know what? Just continue to fight, continue to grind, and everything's going to be fine at the end of the day.
That's a long time to keep it going, Carl. A lot of people get
involved. Tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, 25 years, and you're not the kind of guy. I mean, you get your hands dirty. You don't just give money. You're on site doing different things. I mean, you deserve a lot of credit for all the goodwill you've done. And unfortunately, Puerto Rico's been hit with some pretty bad storms the last couple of years.
Yeah, the last few years have been it will be interesting to say the least for us at Extra Bases and a lot of the non-for-profits here that do fantastic work. We got hit by Hurricane Maria a long time ago. Then after that, we got earthquake, the COVID, and then a couple years ago we got hit by Fiona. So especially this time of the year, it's not fun to be around. Well, it's always fun to be in Puerto Rico, but we're always watching, watching the weather, whatever comes out of Africa, July, August, September, and even October it's hurricane season. So we're almost out of it, and we're hoping we never get another hurricane again. But in the meantime, we keeping our eyes open and our ears open. And if something happens and we get the opportunity to work, whether it's something related to a storm or weather related or all the other work that we do with our organization, well, we're happy to do it. We just want a better Puerto Rico at the end of the day.
Because November 15th is not the first time you represent Puerto Rico on the baseball field. You've been active at the WBC, hitting coach, and real good couple of years. And next year, again, you and Mr. Beltrán, we're going to be representing Puerto Rico in the WBC. Tell me your titles again. You're the GM, he's the GM, you're co-GMs.
Well, Carlos is the GM. And I carry his briefcase. Carlos is a dear friend. He's a godfather to my daughter. We had an unbelievable relationship, and I think what Carlos has done, he already fielded a great on-field staff for the WBC, but also he created a group of retired players to be kind of like a mentorship sounding board for the staff and the players. We're gonna be available. Obviously, we cannot be on the field, but we're working together. We're trying to figure out how we can do the best for Team Puerto Rico, and we have a good representation. And when March rolls around for the next edition of the WBC.
Yeah,
I believe long story short, I have no title, Jay, and I'm perfectly fine with no title. But if I can share some of my knowledge and some of my experience with the younger generation, that's good enough for me.
Mr. Lindor and Mr. Diaz will be on your team, I assume. And I unfortunately was at the game in Miami a couple of years ago when Edwin got hurt, but he's back and ready to go and looking to represent your country. And and Mr. I know when you were back for our alumni game, Carlos, do you have a chance to talk to Francisco or Edwin at all?
Yeah, I had the opportunity to say a quick hello to Edwin. I spoke to Francisco for a little while. Looking from the outside, I became a fan. Both of those guys have that put together great careers. They're done fantastic for the Mets, and that's what it's all about. We have people in front of us that open some doors, and hopefully we open some doors for the generation behind us. And now we get to see and watch the Lindors and watch the Diaz and watch the Correas of the world. So we're passionate about baseball, Jay. We want our country to be well represented in the major league level, and obviously we want to be well represented at the WBC as well. So it's nice, we get all. At the end of the day, we can't play no more. But, if we can give some sort of advice, be a sounding board, some sort of mentorship, fine. If not, we're still going to be a fan.
One of the many records you hold is 473 home runs, most ever by a Puerto Rican born player. I know that's something you're very proud of.
Oh, definitely. Jay, I was very fortunate. I got to play for a long time. I had a pretty long career, and I was able to go out there and compete with the best of them. And I was very proud of trying to be the best I could be on the field, be competitive, be reliable, be a good teammate, and obviously grind it out there. I wanted to play 162 games every year. I wanted to be out there and face the toughest guy. And I didn't swing easy. I let it fly. I took a lot of pride on driving the ball, driving in runs, and I was fortunate enough to play for
one game against the Yankees, 9 RBIs and win at Yankee Stadium. Yeah, but who's count? I counted. That was good.
Yeah, that was a good game. You know, funny
That was
story.
good.
I mean, I was struggling that year. It was a rough beginning of the year for me, and I went to Yankee Stadium, and I went in there, and then I came out on the other side. Damn, I got 10 more RBIs and a couple more home runs, and things kind of changed course, and you know, ended up the season with a good season. You know, it's just baseball is a beautiful game. It's humbling. It's tough. And I guess that's what we play 162 games. You never know. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
One of your former teams has had a great year, the Blue Jays, 12 years with the Blue Jays, both full of records there. They're in their Hall of Fame. And have you been able to follow the accomplishments of Vlad Guerrero at all? I mean, what he's done, what the team has done this year?
You know what, they've been fantastic. You know, they're playing well, and not a long time ago, a few years back, you know, 2015 and 2016, I was working with as an advisor for the Blue Jays, and I saw a kid by the name of Vladdy Guerrero Jr. and Bobby Chet in the minor leagues, single A and double A. So I kind of watch them, you know, coming through the ranks, and it's nice to see them at the big league level. Being stars, you know, and making it to the playoffs. So obviously, as a former Blue Jay, I'm excited to see them in the playoffs. You know, they got off to a great start, scored a bunch of runs the first two games. I guess people from New York, they're not happy to hear that, but that's the way it goes, you know. So you know, they're one victory away from advancing to the other series.
You know, it's great too with Guerrero that he had the chance to go elsewhere when he came home. You know, I'm old fashioned. I like it when the young guys stay at home. You know, I mean, I think it's good for the city. It's good for the city of Toronto, don't you think, Carlos?
I think so. I think it was a win-win situation. He was well liked. Obviously, the Blue Jays got a great player. He shows commitment. He got paid at the end of the day. You know, they got into a mutually agreement, and it seems like it's paying off. So I wish him nothing but the best. Hopefully, he can stay healthy and continue to go and hit ball hard, and so we can watch him perform.
So you think before the 15th, you and Mr. Beltrán will be on the phone, have lunch, have dinner, go over reports, and like I say, it's an exhibition game, but it's not an exhibition game.
Oh, definitely. Oh no, we'll probably, once the rosters come out, we'll definitely go with rosters, trying to develop, come up with some sort of scouting report. Obviously, well, by the way, our pitching coach is José Rosado, which is a current Mets bullpen coach. So he'll be there. So he'll know the staff, and then our staff will know players on the other league. We're gonna treat this as a serious game. I mean, this is, like I said, this is no joke. I know it's just only one game, and then you only can do so much in 9 innings. But we will be prepared. We will do our homework. We will figure out what's the best plan to attack, and then we're gonna try to execute it.
What kind of a manager do you think you'd be? You play for a lot of good managers. Anyone stick in your mind who you want to be after?
You know, Jay, I always say, when I was named a coach for the WBC team in 2013, I said I want to be the kind of coach and the kind of manager that want to offer a suggestion. I don't want to just give orders. I want to listen to people and kind of offer a suggestions. You know, just be open-minded. Obviously, you want to have some sort of accountability. You know, you want to respect the game. I guess if you do that, if you play the game with respect, you're gonna be on my good side. I love the game. I believe in letting people, you know, go out there and shine, give direction when you have to give direction. Obviously, in a game like this, you know, there's not a whole lot of time to correct, but I think I will be demanding at some point, because, you know, I think you want to have higher expectations, and every time you take the field, you want to be responsible enough that you don't embarrass yourself out there or your teammates.
Because, you know, I enjoyed working with you. You were a guy who got both ends of this thing, the community stuff, the baseball stuff. It wasn't just what went on in the field. And You've had a great career on and off the field. You should be commended for what you conducted yourself. So once again, November 15th, DR versus PR showdown. To get tickets, 718-507-TICKS on Mets.com/DRPR, LosMets.com/DRPR. Come out, it should be a lot of fun. As you see, Mr. Delgado is going to get Mr. Beltrán. We'll get the guys ready to play. So it should be a good show, and come out to Citi Field and support them.
Thank you so much, Jay. And I must say one thing. I want to say thank you to the Association of Baseball Players of Puerto Rico, because they nominated me for this honor. So I wanna give a shout out to them. I know they do a good job with our players here in the Winter League. I know their counterparts in Dominican Republic, they also do the same thing. So they're responsible to putting the game together. So I can't say thank you enough. And we're looking forward to be out there on the 15th, have a great turnout, good crowd, good music, and obviously good baseball. So looking forward to see you out there.
Look, one thing before, you and I are going to be adversaries this winter. You know why? Your son, Antonio, is a student at the University of Connecticut, right?
Correct, yes. Freshman.
Okay. A freshman at Connecticut.
Yeah.
Their biggest rival in basketball is St. John's University.
Okay.
I'm a big St. John's fan. So Connecticut, you got to come up and see.
When is the first game?
I don't know when they play, but they're bitter rivals. UConn and St. John. They're back. I think UConn has won 3 NCAA titles. St. John's got a new coach, Rick Pitino, but they're go at each other. So they're the top 2 teams in the East. So we got to get you a couple. I'll sit next to you with a game at the Garden.
If you lose, Jay, you're not going to hear the end of it.
I'll buy you a hot dog and fries and a Coke, Carlos.
It's fair enough.
Well, again, I appreciate your time. Always enjoy talking to you, my friend.
Thank you so much, Jay.
All right. Thanks, Carlos.
All the best.
Bye.
Looking forward to see you guys.
See you. Bye.